in the new year, we should find God the more. Let us find ways of getting closer to God.
Afi ni ba ne wontano wonya wo he ake mofia mokoniji Christofonio ye asafo lemri ena shifimo ye mo wie mo lemri ni eye he ye solemo ke jemba femri.
Next year we'll change the songs, we will remix them, we'll sing some in reggae, in R&B, as long as our audience are excited about it and it glorifies God. Why not?
As a priest, I am obliged to pray for the church every day. And it's one thing I've always renewed on 31st night every year, that I would try as much as possible, no matter what happens, I would have to pray the prayer of the church and pray for the church.
I am just praying that next year will be a year full of the blessings of God. It's uncommon favor, long life, prosperity. In fact, next year we are praying that everything will go on well for us as Ghanaians and as a country.
The coming year, God willing, we must be able to teach members of the congregation to be evangelistically minded, so that we can get not less than 60% of our population moving out to witness, person on person, witnessing person on person throughout the year.
I am looking forward to focusing more on my pastoral ministry and also to be a bit more godly. I want to seek after righteousness and I want to be an example for my people.
The coming year, I hope to work harder than I have, and I hope to also do good to all, especially my family, and also to all Ghanaians. In fact, anyone that I will meet, I hope to make an impact, more than I have done the previous years, so that I can attract God's blessings.
I've stopped making New Year resolutions because in time past, when I made New Year resolutions, by the middle of the year, challenges make me lose my focus. So at the end of the year, I realized I haven't achieved all those ideals that I intended to achieve. So I live each day by the time, or I live each day as it passed, and I'm grateful to God at the end of the day that I've lived it to the best.
I hope to improve my relationship with God more. I hope to have great opportunities in terms of work, health, and then wealth.
I want to gain what I couldn't gain in 2012. I want to achieve what I couldn't achieve in 2012. I want to work harder because of my chosen profession. And also, I'm asking for God's abundant blessing because, if He's not with us, we can't do anything.
Well, you're welcome back. If you are still watching us, it's still the Breakfast Show, and I'm here with my guest, Apostle Ofori Kunengu, and then also Mr. Samuel Jonathan. You're welcome back once again. Yes, before the break, I said how does our faith work for us when we make resolutions. But before that, we just watched the Vox Pop. What do you make out of those comments that were made by our viewers?
I'll start from the last one. The Bible says the last shall be the first. Let's start from the last one.
Okay.
If you notice, that the very beautiful lady said, I want to gain what I didn't gain this year. I want to gain in the new year. I want to have more than what I had. Now, that's a resolution, but it's not one that qualifies for success, because you can pre-qualify your resolution and say, is this what I can really call a resolution? If you notice, she said, I want to have more, I want to gain, I want to have what I did not have. It was not specific.
Perhaps the previous year she made some resolutions. Probably she wanted to save 300 Ghana cedis every month, but she wasn't able to do that. So now what she's saying is that I will want to achieve what I wasn't able to.
And that's good. That's good, but it has to be specific. Okay. So let's say 300 CDs. Is that the example you've used? 300 CDs? Yes. Okay, so she says, well, now I want to have 600 CDs, which means I want to double what I saved the previous year. I want to have 100% increase in my savings. So, but unless she does that, because I believe you're trying to read her mind, but unless she quantifies it and she's specific and also set a deadline, by human nature, we tend to just go haywire in any direction, and we go with that which is convenient. And so if you don't set a time limit, a time deadline, let me give you an example if I can share mine. I want to be able to minister in French. I want to be able to sing in French without depending on an interpreter. So I've made up my mind that come January 17th, you see I'm specific with the date, I will enroll at Alliance Francaise. No, I'm not doing any advertisement for them. And I'll take the intensive course, which is a duration of 12 weeks. So, and then I've made up my mind that by June, I would have mastered that which I've learned. It's one thing to learn something, it's another thing to master it. And I'll say by August, I want to pick up Spanish, and so on and so forth. And I'm specific. So I've got the dates down. I've got to quantify what I want to do and when I'm going to have it accomplished by. And I'm also going to share this goal with 2 or 3 people who I call pillar partners.
Supposed to achieve all the resolutions that we make?
There's one principle that has worked well in business, and especially the arena of customer service. You under-promise, but you over-deliver. And so if you apply that to your personal development...
And when you under-promise and you over-deliver, don't you belittle yourself in your achievements?
No. Let me give you an illustration that will make it clearer. Say, for example, I have to deliver a product to a customer by 2 p.m.
Sure.
All right, and I believe it's possible to do it by 2 p.m. However, I say to the customer, Madam, I'm going to deliver this product to you probably between 2 and 4 p.m. If I arrive there at 1:30, 1:35, or 2 p.m., would she be elated or deflated? She'll be elated.
Sure.
And what she'll be sharing with others is that this company delivers not just on time, they deliver early. And the reason why I was able to do that was I under-promised, but I was able to over-deliver. So I'm not doing injustice to my brand. In fact, I'm doing great justice to my brand because we're developing that reputation of being early. It's the same thing as a human being. You see, if you do not keep your word to other people, then you're probably not keeping your word to yourself. And I think this is one area where many of us are really lacking. And then when we talk about self-talk, when somebody says, I make this resolution, what do you say to yourself when challenges come to that resolution you've made? That's the thing. And I want to encourage people, let's do what was done in the Bible. Before you quit, evaluate what is the benefit of me being able to accomplish this goal or resolution. Look at David. Before David went to take on Goliath, he asked, he inquired. So before you invest, investigate. He said, what is the reward for whoever can take down this bully of a giant? And he said, Charlie, number 1, you get to marry the king's daughter, the princess. So now you're part of royalty. Number 2, you get half of the kingdom or you're second in command. Really? And then he went on to take on Goliath. Look at Jesus. The Bible says in Hebrews that because of the joy that was ahead, he realized that, you know what, it is worth going with this resolution. I have resolved that I will die for mankind. I'll be the one to bridge the gap again between man and God, humanity and divinity. And because of that joy, he kept on going on, scorning the shame, enduring the cross. And I want to encourage our viewers, this is something important. Before you quit, before you feel like giving up or taking a shortcut, which many of us like, always evaluate the returns and the rewards. And that will keep you going.